welcome to this walkthrough of Coming Home, a teaser episode in hopefully a series of games in the Toki Ponist on the Mountain universe. So this game features an artificial language called Toki Pona. Here you see a word open, meaning start, and you'll also find a different way of writing it using snippets, which are these glyphs. Okay, just so you know. So we start after a long and tiresome day at our front door, and you'll notice immediately that the house number is a bit weird, and a first hint is this is not a 3, this is actually an L for 11 in the duodecimal system, or base 12. So actually here it doesn't say 23, it says 2do-L, and that's the number 35. And it has some significance, but you won't know yet. So let's go inside, because we want to get some rest at home. So here you see the front door, and looking around we see another door, and we want to get into our living room. But sadly the house spirits disagree. So it makes sense, they've been here all day while I was gone, and I'm bringing along a lot of baggage of stress, and these spirits they don't want to have any of that, so they object. So first I have to calm down in what seems to be some kind of hallway, basically the portal between outside and inside. So what do we find here? There seems to be a mirror here, so this is me, looking tired I guess. There's a keyhole there. And I also find some piece of paper sticking out here. As you notice, the Toki Pona word for everything that I find here can be spotted there. This is a piece of paper. So what else can we do? I want to settle in here in my room, or in my home. I'm wearing a coat, it seems, so let's put that on the coat hanger, and there I see that I have something in my pocket, an Ilo Toki, or a mobile phone. Okay, there's a picture on the wall here. It has some glyphs and words, and might be a hint for something we have to do later. So let's look around what else we can find. There's a drawer here that we can open. There's a charging cable there. And there's a pair of scissors and another piece of paper. So coming home means charging yourself up again from a long day. The same goes for your phone, of course. So we better charge our phone. Let's put it power cord in the socket, attach the phone there, and there we see that the phone is actually charging. And again you will notice the duodecimal numbers 9 dec L, and then it goes on like that. Okay, let that charge a bit. Okay, there's a strange contraption here, not sure what that is. Let's see what's in here. Another piece of paper and a key, a heart-shaped key. I cannot probably use the key on the door, nor this one, because it's protected by these house spirits. But I remember that there's a kind of keyhole shape in my mirror image. So putting the key there reveals my heart, which will be filled with all kinds of feelings at the moment when I arrive at home after a long day. So let's take that out. What else do we have here? Oops, I guess I'm still being followed around by a lot of stress and anxiety. So let's get out of here fast. Okay. Another thing we haven't really seen here, another piece, is this frame, Poki Ponist. So that's a container for paper or for writing or drawings. So let's see what happens if we put the pieces of paper there. Seems to become a nice picture. But we're missing some pieces here, as you can see. But you might already recognize this as becoming a spiral, the golden spiral. And the shape of each of these pieces of paper has the dimensions of the golden ratio, which is a symbol, of course, of balance. And we need balance when we enter our home. So we need to finish this picture. So let's look at this contraption. Another piece of paper, so we will be using that. It's called a Toki Ponizer, so it seems to be a kind of transforming device. Actually, it will transform real-life objects into more symbolic symbols, glyphs. So let's throw in our heart and it will give us this Sittelen Olin. Now you might remember seeing this in the drawing here. So there's love here, which comes from my heart if it transformed, and there is also wisdom here. And we might try to appease the spirits with this love. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it goes away, but we still have one more here and something else here. So let's get rid of that. We add our final piece of paper. It's not the final piece of paper. We're still missing this smallest piece of paper here. Okay, well, we still have scissors. So what else do you do when you get home? Usually I check for the mail. But there's no mail on the doormat, sadly, but maybe it's stuck in the mailbox. Yeah, there it is. So let's take a look. Ooh, there's a letter. It says open. Dear friend, before you can auto time travel, you must practice poo. And poo is the interaction with the Toki Pona handbook. Before you poo, you must be welcome. So before you can do anything, basically, we have to become welcome. Kama Pona, it says. It's signed by my future self, which is interesting. But I guess we can time travel at some point, so that makes sense, I suppose. This nice postcard, apparently also sent by myself. Toki Ponist on the mountain, nice scenery. We see here a house and me, and we can separate those maybe with scissors. I mean, cut it into two pieces. So we have a picture of the house and a picture of me. Now if you remember the picture again, we see that we want home on our doormat, and we see two symbols here, Tomo Mi, and that means house or building, mine, my building, or home. So we now know how we can transform real-life objects into symbols. So we throw in the house card and get a Tomo glyph. We throw in the me card and we get a me glyph. And now we can put this on our doormat. So we have identified this place as our home. And as a reward, we find a small piece of paper here, which hopefully is the last element of our picture here. So we put it in here. And then we have the final picture here. But it turns out to be some kind of puzzle, because balance is something that you have to find constantly. And we just find the pieces, but I guess that's not enough. So here we see a spiral that we can change with these buttons. Apparently we see here a number, which are degrees. Actually the spiral is built like this, that every new dot is a certain number of degrees. further around the spiral, and this creates certain patterns. And what we are looking for is the most balanced pattern. Well, you can look all you want and you find some are better than others. This one is particularly bad, but we need a hint. Well, if you're a mathematician, you might already know the answer, but if not, we notice here that our phone has finished charging, and actually this is not 100%, even if you convert this duodecimal number to a decimal system. In fact, this number will translate to 137.5 degrees, which is the golden angle. And let's see what that does here in our image. I think I went too far already. This one. Yeah. There it is. I found some token. And here you see the most balanced and well-packed pattern of dots, which is related to the golden spiral, the golden ratio, and a perfect balance found in nature. By now, we know that this token will probably translate into something, and that's correct. It translates into this Sona token, which means wisdom, and with this wisdom we can appease another house spirit. So let's go in. We can still not go in, so we're not done yet. If you've noticed carefully, then you would have seen there is a number above the door here, and in fact it indicates the number of items in our inventory, and it says now 1 because we only have our scissors here. And you cannot enter the home with baggage, I said, so you don't want to enter the house with a pair of scissors laying around. So what do? You put them back where they belong. So we put back the scissors, and then we take a look at the door. It says 0. The house spirits are happy. The door says Toki Pona, we're welcome. We can open the door and we can go inside. And we have come home, but alas, we are still lost. Because even though it's the end of this game, I hope there will be many more. Thank you for watching and playing. Bye bye.